Steady now.
Quake would have quite the storied history with console ports, seeing a myriad of interesting versions that varied considerably in quality. The original would see a curious Sega Saturn port hurt by interference from John Carmack. Hammerhead delivered a rather astounding conversion of the sequel for PlayStation 1, and Quake 3 Arena proved remarkable on Dreamcast. Quake 4 wasn't left out either, seeing a port to the debuting Xbox 360 soon after hitting PCs in 2005. The launch saw multiple first-person shooters vying for space, ranging from a long-in-gestation prequel to a movie tie-in, and it offered an interesting preview of the genre's prominence during the ensuing generation. But was the Strog's return to consoles enough to warrant interest? Quake 4 is notable for being the first entry not to be developed by id Software, instead being crafted by Raven Software, who at least were a sturdy replacement. It serves as a direct continuation of Quake 2's narrative, taking place after Bitterman completes his mission and kills the Macron.
Easy. Little left, back, and stop. Okay.
With the Strog on their last legs, Marine squads are sent to Strogos to secure the victory, though the opposition certainly won't back down without a fight. Players take the role of Matthew Kane, a renowned soldier who joins Rhino Squad to take down the Strog, though a crash landing starts the mission on the wrong foot. The story is fairly standard, rife with scene-chewing Marines and explosive action, but the voice work is solid, featuring a notable cast including Peter Stormare voicing friendlies.
Matthew Kane, one certified badass.
A man like Kane could get us killed.
There are some interesting diversions into body horror, including a shocking twist at the end of the first act that remains horrifying even 2 decades later. Unlike the previous game, which put multiplayer above all else, Quake 4 sees the return of a rather significant campaign mode. Divided into 31 levels, each sees you bolted forward with little room to breathe and pretty linear stages to blast through. The campaign is pretty sizable at just shy of 10 hours, and is filled with genuinely memorable levels and moments. Explosive vehicular segments, large-scale boss fights, and gauntlets of corridor shooting keep you glued to the screen. The range of foes test your skills, be it shotgun-wielding zombies or screeching sirens. It also offers an interesting mix of fast-paced shooting the series is known for, and some jump scares akin to Doom 3, which makes sense considering it uses the same engine. The lighting is particularly cool, requiring a torch sometimes to navigate darker areas, and a couple of jumpy moments might get you. While squad members will chat over comms and sometimes stop you to talk in person, there's very little downtime here aside from a couple of stages in the Hannibal command ship which offer combat-less briefings.
Okay, Marine. Time to kill anything that's not you.
But squad members prove a key part of gameplay too, as you're often accompanied by friendlies. They offer decent assistance during combat, and certain soldiers, such as medics, can heal or repair your armour, though they can also perish if you don't aid them in combat. Speaking of, weapons prove a blast, sometimes literally. A lot of the weaponry returns from Quake 2, from the blaster to the railgun, but they all feel potent to use, and the new dark matter gun is delightfully destructive. Weapon switching can be a touch fiddly using a controller, either requiring D-pad navigation or tapping the bumpers to swap, but it's manageable at least. Turning Sprog into Viscera with weapons like the rocket launcher never grows old. Unfortunately, the multiplayer proves far less compelling. While Quake 3 Arena captivated players in 1999, this entry feels like an afterthought, suffering from numerous technical woes. You can partake in Deathmatch and its team variant, Capture the Flag, and Tournament, which really isn't much compared to titles like Halo 2. Maps and unique weaponry are at least well designed, such as the brutal Gauntlet melee weapon, but overall, it feels dated next to its competitors and is let down by limitations. The player count is halved to 8, searching for matches is a slow process, and there is no bot support, which renders the mode unplayable these days as, due to all of the above, most players either stuck with the PC original or remained with Quake 3 Arena.
Cocaine, you should have been here a long time ago. But we will speak of this later.
Quake 4's arrival on Xbox 360 proved notable, though unfortunately, not for good reasons. Visually, the game looks decent but a touch muddy, especially the texture work. Characters and animations are at least solid, and strong designs are unsettling, along with the horrific body horror environments which see machinery powered by body tissue. Unfortunately, the game is dogged by performance issues across the board, which can be detrimental to gameplay. The unlocked frame rate fluctuates wildly during quieter moments, and is reduced to single-digit figures during intense sequences such as the vehicle segments, to such an extent that the gunfire audibly slows down. It makes combat feel sluggish despite the fast pacing, and it's noticeable to the point of distracting. Even online is plagued with slowdown. Loading times also great, taking upwards of 30 seconds a time. In retrospect, Quake 4's Xbox 360 port is fascinating, offering an enjoyable campaign without much compromise, with a multiplayer that feels a bit dated. There's a lot of exciting moments in the campaign which, if you don't have access to a PC, is worth trying for die-hard Xbox 360 owners. Unfortunately, severe technical issues diminish those highs, seeing exciting moments run at slideshow speeds and taking a long time to load. If you're desperate to try it and don't have a gaming PC to hand, or are merely curious, it might be worth a look. However, if you can't stand these technical issues, it may be better left drifting in space.
This is Voss. Grab a ride with Corporal Spencer. He's in a truck nearby. Report to Sergeant Bidwell when you get to the death convoy. Voss out.